I'm giving myself a final assessment on my oral communication skills. So the first question is, what are your current strengths in oral communication? How do they differ from when you began the course? So when I began the course, I guess I was pretty shy and nervous, and I had a habit of always reading off. So those were the current weaknesses I had. And the strengths I had was pretty much I was energized when speaking, and I had a lot of hand coordination there, which verbal cues. So my strengths now would be, actually you'd be surprised, but my strengths now are speaking without reading whatsoever, as well as speaking with eloquence. So I've worked harder in all of that, and I'm really proud of that. What are the areas you believe you still need to improve on? So, mispronunciation is a problem for me. So when I stop when I have mispronunciation, it's a problem and it's hard for me to do those certain things. So that occurred. The fillers with so I've tried as much as I possibly can to work on them. I'm slowly getting better. So I don't say them as much as I used to because I normally say them after every word, but now you see they're like in sentences. So they're spaced out, but it's getting better. What is the status of the goals you set for yourself on the one of the course? So I set 3 goals for myself. One was to stop reading off the page, and that goal has worked out pretty well. I don't really read off the page anymore. I glance at it to reference now, but I'm able to speak from my own mind and my own thoughts. The second goal I had was deciding what I do with my hand gestures, because some people said they liked them and some people said that they're a little distracting. I've kind of given myself like a limit to the hand gestures that I can have, so people can understand what I'm saying, but then they're not distracted by my hand movements. So that's another goal that I've worked on, and it's gotten better, way better. A third goal that I had would be the fillers, I guess. With the fillers, I normally say so, yes after every word. Now I say them in sentences, and that's normally when I'm nervous. But when I'm not nervous, it's pretty much not there at all. So I've gotten way better, and that was another goal that I worked hard on, and I think I've somewhat achieved it, but not all the way there. What are the new goals that you want to achieve after finishing this course? So I know you know Tara Johnson. Her speeches, particularly, I love when she speaks. Her speeches are amazing. I'm hoping someday I can achieve a speech like hers, or something close to what she's accomplished so far. I think that she speaks with not only eloquence, but with verbal cues, without fillers. She speaks as if she was a pro. So I want to someday be able to speak in front of a crowd as if I'm a pro, as if I've been doing it for the longest. So that's one thing I'd like to work on. So my experiences in this course, I've experienced a lot of letdown. I've experienced surprises as well. I've also experienced a lot of confusion due to the comments I received on some of my speeches. Letdowns because of my speeches. I think I could have done way better with them, but I didn't, and it upset me. But I realized I'd had to learn to get better. Some material and guidance that we had through this, I'd say the guidance was pretty helpful, particularly not with planning out my speeches, but with more or less saying my speeches. The guidance helped a lot, but with planning them, not so much. Thank you.